Hey y'all, what's up? We're here with Daphne. We're here with Daphne. Daphne, good girl. So, welcome. Hello, Mr. Ant. Okay, you know what? I'll just leave you, whatever. Ah! Crossing my fingers that the beast will stay under control for a little bit while I try to record. So, hello and welcome. A lot of you don't know this, but I actually run a second type of customizing account on Instagram. Like, my first customizing account is like my main one, and the second one is more of my just side custom channel where I just post like eye repaints or really simple kind of mock-up customs, sometimes dresses as well. I bring this up because on that account I opened up commissions recently, and basically my commissions are like, I will do kind of eye repaints, etc. It's just kind of like a fun side hobby, a little extra cash to help fund the extreme amount of money I spend on projects like Soulbound and Extraordinary Magic. Anyway, I was approached by this buyer, and they sent me this very interesting picture of a very interestingly cruddy LPS. It's the LPS collie with the green eyes, aka Adriana Grast. Anyway, it's completely like destroyed. It's terrible. It looks so bad. They basically said that they bought this LPS for a really good price, because if you didn't know, that LPS is pretty expensive, and they wanted me to kind of like fix it up, and I immediately said yes because that sounds like a very fun challenge. Woo! So it's like an actual real authentic base, and I was kind of excited. So they basically just shipped the custom to me, and here it is. Holy moly, it is just really bad. It needs a lot of work. I have no idea what the previous owner did to this poor thing, but it needs some serious TLC. So the damage is, where to start? The eyes are just completely ruined. It looks like somebody put like nail polish over them and tried to remove the eyes. I have no idea why you would do that, unless you were trying to customize it. It also looks like somebody tried to paint on top of the white with a weird shimmering silver color, and there's just like really weird splotches all over. I found like weird green ones. Of course, like the purplish stuff around its eyes, maybe like Sharpie or marker or something. Not to mention the LPS itself was just dirty. Like, it was dark with a lot of use was put into it. So this is going to be quite the challenge to give this poor LPS a second life, but I'm up to it, and let's just get started. So the first thing I do when looking at the custom is I inspect the damage. It is astronomical, and I deduce that we need to acetone this baby up. Now, I still have some acetone left from my acetone disaster I did in one of my previous videos. So I basically just took the LPS outside into the great outdoors. So on the white part of the actual LPS, I wanted to keep most of it because they still wanted me to restore kind of the original design of the LPS. But the thing is, the white factory paint was clumpy. Whatever happened to this LPS, he needs therapy, I'm sorry. So I guess somebody must have just smeared acetone over it and somehow clumped together the factory paint. I don't even know. So I had to kind of go over that a little bit with acetone as well, just to smooth it down. And I just kind of cleaned. It was actually really satisfying to clean this. I had to get all the gunk out of the eyes. The eyes were clumpy too from the factory paint. It was a mess. It was a complete mess. Not to mention there was just so much damage. Just weird splotches of color all over it. So once I managed to get pretty much the eyes cleared out and the white stuff smoothed down, I kind of just went over the entire body with acetone, because it was just so dark. It was just the wrong color. I had no idea how you can do that, how it gets that color, what kind of use could stain an LPS a darker color, but this one was stained. I started putting the acetone on, and it was kind of crazy because you could see the difference of like the darkness level on the LPS. It was super weird. So I basically just pretty much put acetone over this entire LPS and tried to save the white bits the best I could. So now here is the cleaned LPS. He's looking a lot better, but still needs help. So I hate the smell of acetone, I can't stand it, so I just decided to just wash the LPS off with soap and water when I was done, just so I wouldn't have to smell it while I was painting, also so the buyer won't have to smell it when they get the LPS. Acetone stinks. This LPS is getting such a makeover, like an acetone bath, a real bath. And now, of course, it's time for the painting process, the longest process. So this person wanted me to restore the LPS, but they didn't actually say what color eyes they wanted, etc. They kind of just said, do whatever you think looks best. So I thought I would just kind of restore it to its original design. Can't really go wrong with that. So I just decided to keep the eyes green and keep the body, you know, the same pattern and everything. I just started going over with a basic white with all the white bits and just try to make it look natural. It's a little tricky painting white on top of just a base like that. If you've ever customized anything off plastic, you probably understand. White is just a color that's very difficult to work with. It clumps very easily unless you're dry brushing, and I didn't really have that luxury because if I dry brushed, I might make a mess.
Hi, hi, you're so cute.
Debbie. Shh. Third party needs to stand silent. Daphne! Hey, don't touch Vincent. Don't eat Vincent. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Daphne, you need a stick. Hey, don't touch that camera.
Oh my goodness, is this a stick for Daphne? Daphne, oh, you're so cute.
This is our third party in the background. Being very good while I talk. Good dog. Oh, well, as good as a puppy can be. There's not really much to explain what I'm painting here. It's just, I'm painting white on it. Just for patterns, trying to keep it really natural looking. Took a few coats. Turned out a bit thicker than I was hoping for, so I had to go back over it with acetone later on to smooth it out and repaint a little bit of it. They were really partial to the eyes I've been using recently for my Extraordinary Magic cast, which you can see on Vincent right here. But obviously you've probably seen it around if you've watched Extraordinary Magic. It's my new series, go watch it! So I just decided to do that same type of eye style, just a little bit cleaner, on the LPS Custom. I normally get kind of nervous when I start painting the eyes on commission orders because I know I can't really mess up. Of course, if I did mess up, I could just kind of go over it with acetone, but still there's like so much pressure. So the actual Hasbro style for this eye is a lot different than my style. So it won't look exactly the same, obviously, as a restored. Actually. Hi, Daphne. Yep, thanks for snorting. Okay, appreciate that background ambience. So what would be interesting though is if you took the LPS and you didn't paint it like in a style, like how I'm doing it, the eyes in a certain style, but if you painted it in the Hasbro original design. So if I tried to like paint it exactly how you see it on the Hasbro LPS, that would be kind of interesting. The best tip I can give you for painting eyes, if you're watching this and wondering how I'm painting so symmetrically, hi puppy again. The best tip I can give you is get the right supplies. Obviously some skills take a certain level of practice before you can reach kind of, I don't know, a certain look you want, but it makes it 10 million times harder if you don't have the right supplies. You could be the best LPS customizer, but if you don't have like a good little brush, you're not gonna do a good eye. It's just facts. I think this is the most important tool you'll need, is just a tiny, tiny, tiny brush. This just makes it so much easier when doing the small details, like outlining the eye, doing eyelashes if you're doing that, adding small hints of color. A small brush is really vital. Along with that, I use acrylic paint. I use the brand Americana. I honestly don't think it really matters what type of acrylic paint you use, as long as you get practice with it.
What you barking at?
So once I finished up the eyes, I kind of just added a little bit of extra Hello Studios love, which includes kind of like the shiny bits, and of course my little, my signature, obviously on Vincent I don't have it because I'm using him as a character right now. And I finished the custom! You ready to see the beautiful custom?
Dun dun.
Dun 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 dun. Hello. Here is the custom. Sorry, we just got attacked by Godzilla. Very cute Godzilla, but Godzilla all the less. So here is the completed commission. Here it is. Beautiful 3D spin. Let's get a little side-to-side comparison with the original. See, I'm beautiful, and that's you. Thank you. Let's just casually ignore Daphne ripping up grass in the background. So here's the custom. Here he is. I'm like also holding on to Daphne while I'm doing this. I think the only thing I was a little bit dissatisfied about this custom was the paint strokes on the white. It's just so hard. White is the bane of my existence. I mean, it's probably the bane of everybody's existence, but if you're not dry brushing white on, it's so hard to get it smooth, I swear. So there's a little bit of paint strokes that's kind of like irking my perfectionism meter, but you know what? We're just gonna accept it. So yes, I hope you like my restoration process. If you have very damaged LPS, maybe hit me up. I don't know if I can still take more commissions, but who knows. So thanks for watching. Thank you for the commission order. I hope you guys like the restoration. Here's the custom one more time. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo. We're leaving now. Yes, we're leaving now. Goodbye. We'll see you soon. Oh, why is my autofocus always poopy at the end? Oh, I try so hard. Gravity!
All your love